pickup truck just punched the gas.
Real life horror movie, everything the car is hitting, it's getting thrown.
Now at 5:30, breaking news. The New Orleans coroner now confirming at least 15 people were killed after a driver sped through a crowd celebrating New Year's in New Orleans early this morning. Tonight, attention turns to keeping the area safe and searching for any possible accomplices. Good evening, I'm Cindy Hsu.
Welcome back, I'm Dick Brennan. Tonight's Sugar Bowl at the Superdome is postponed after authorities say the now dead attacker may not have acted alone.
Ivan Rodriguez is in New Orleans, where the investigation is continuing at a rapid pace.
The shocking attack in the heart of New Orleans' bustling French Quarter is now being investigated as an act of terrorism by the FBI. The FBI also believes that the driver is not solely responsible for the attack and is searching for anyone who may have worked with him. An Earth cam in the French Quarter captured the moment overnight when officers raced toward an unspeakable act of violence that left witnesses stunned.
There were just bodies and the screams. I mean, you can't think about, unhear that.
Investigators say a rented Ford pickup plowed through revelers, leaving several people dead or injured on Canal and Bourbon streets.
The disfigurement and the bodies strewn, something you can't unsee, you'll never forget.
The FBI says the attack appears to be an intentional act of terror.
After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire, and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene.
The FBI confirms that the deceased suspect had an ISIS flag at the time of the attack.
The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsud Dim Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas.
The FBI confirmed that improvised explosive devices were also found at the scene. Questions swirl around how he accessed busy streets on New Year's Eve in the first place.
These metal bollards literally come up from the ground to prevent a vehicle from gaining enough speed to cause the kind of mass damage that we saw this morning.
Those barricades were not up, period.
We are committed, no doubt, to uncovering all details surrounding this tragedy.
New Orleans officials said that mechanical barriers that were placed around Bourbon Street were currently not functioning, and they were going through repairs ahead of the Super Bowl in February. In their place, officials say that there were police cars and also other sorts of barriers throughout parts of Bourbon Street, but that the driver drove around those onto the sidewalk to evade those barriers and then slamming into crowds of people. In New Orleans, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And we are following all the latest developments as they come into our newsroom. For more information, head to cbsnewyork.com.